Zeros Play Heroes here, and today we're going to talk about the Xbox X, a very hard to say quickly, not very well marketed new version of the Xbox, similar to the PlayStation 4 Pro, looking more towards that 4K market. Now, this new console seems to utilize a inbuilt GPU CPU combination, very similar to actually using a GPU as the processing unit. And it appears to be built off of an AMD based system as well. Now, this upgrade is once again very similar to the PlayStation 4 Pro, so it's a 4K native set. However, the PlayStation 4 Pro isn't actually native 4K, it's actually native 2K, so the 1440p, which is actually what I'm running on my computer at the moment, but it upscales to 4K. So the question would be is whether it's actually worthwhile upgrading to this. Now, I believe that it'll also be able to do VR stuff, very similar to what the PlayStation 4 Pro does with the extra additionals you have to pay for. I don't see the point of upgrading to it. There's obviously some titles going to look a little bit better, assuming you have a 4K television or 4K monitor, whatever it is you use to display the Xbox. But I think you'll find that a majority of the games are still built primarily off of 720p, 1080p. So they will run at high definition and they'll look pretty much the same. You're not going to get a great density change. Your frames per second aren't going to improve. You're going to be limited by the connection type, which is HDMI, which at most is going to get 60 frames per second. But for the most part, majority console systems run about 30 to 45 frames per second. And really, I question whether it'd be worthwhile upgrading at all. This product is, a lot of people are really excited to see it come out. And I'd almost call it underwhelming at this point. The PlayStation 4 Pro is a little bit on the underwhelming side as well. There's nothing really that pulls towards those VR titles or the 4K versions of titles. And as someone who has played 4K at 60 frames per second on PC, it's the density's great. It certainly shows up well, especially if you've got the right graphics card for it. But to be honest, it's not really that much difference at this point. It's really a bit hard to say, but as graphics cards improve, I just don't see the point of this Xbox. I guess if it does VR, great. It puts a competitor out there for PlayStation 4. But the PlayStation 4 VR set for the PlayStation 4 Pro is underwhelming at most. It doesn't have a very big games library, and there's only one or two games that actually have captured many people's interest and hasn't really captured much of a market. And I get that really distinct feeling that as Nintendo was the trendsetter for motion controls, and they've moved away from that. For the most part, at least, it feels like a lot of the motion control stuff, especially the VR headsets, are a little bit niche, and kind of suffer this lost understanding of. In all defense of games developers here, this is still quite a new technology, and there's not going to be a lot of games that are coming out that are going to be really any good for it. And understanding how you can implement VR into a successful game is one thing, but remembering that once again, it's a small market. If you're talking about people who have VR capable systems, talking PlayStation 4 Pro, now the Xbox One X, which I believe is VR capable, its specs would suggest that it is, and obviously PCs that are available to do VR. You've not got a very big market. Majority of people are still pretty much playing games, or people who are playing games are playing at 1080p at most. Some are a little bit higher up, and then it goes up a bit from there. But for the most part, 1080p is still the sweet spot, and I really doubt that this will do much for the market at all. Hopefully, it'll push prices down for, say, the Xbox One and maybe even the PlayStation 4, just to see if the competition changes the way that the market perceives what the cost should be. And I hope to see. I haven't been very impressed by Xbox Ones like this generation. They haven't really brought out anything that's really pushed their console to being the top console. Um, I'm not saying there haven't been great titles that have come on there. I just nothing really makes them stand out, and I was stuck with that dilemma of picking which one to pick and pick PlayStation 4 just by exclusives alone. So it'll be interesting to see whether they can actually, they being Microsoft, can put, I don't know, something out there that really captures that market, that really goes, okay, Xbox One X is the one to have now. Um, it'll be great to see. That competition is fantastic, and obviously the Switch is in its own little weird league of its own. But if you're looking at the two titans of it, you're looking at a PlayStation and Xbox. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know. I think that market share is not going to really change. You'll get a few people who have Xbox Ones who want to go to the Xbox One X. That's fair enough. I think if it was coming with, say, the Elite controller and you're getting all of those premium options, maybe even like a year free of the Xbox Live Marketplace and those things where you go, you have the best system out there. Let's give you some thank you, essentially, like those old early adopter style rewards, Kickstarter-esque. I think that may be something that'll like entice people to go there. But I just don't know. There's not really any titles that need to be 4K that are on the Xbox that aren't on something else. So yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know if the marketing choice was a good choice. We'll see, of course, but it comes down to what games come out. This is Matt of Zero's Play Heroes, a little bit tentative in regards to the Xbox One X. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. We will see whether that niche market can actually be filled. Thanks heaps, guys, for watching. Have a great day gaming, an even better day in tech, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys. Bye.